Okay, so something really funny happened last time. So I believe I finished last stream by saying that I wasn't gonna be able to beat the beast, the divine beast. And so we finished the stream. But you know, sometimes you wrap things up and but you're not ready to call it a day yet. Like you get this laziness to get up, and so you tell yourself, let's just have one more go. Like it's not as if something's gonna happen, right? And what do you know? I killed the beast immediately after shutting down the stream. Which again proves that streamer tunnel vision is a thing, and like the way that streaming weighs on you, like the stress, the strain that it puts on your inner CPU, that it's real. It's real. And I had no idea how real it was until I actually started doing this. Oh, those textures are very, very janky. What the hell is happening here? Ooh. That does not look very good, no. So yeah, we got the head. I remember it. Oh yeah, it gives you stat boosts. Oh, hey Sparta. How are you? How have you been? So, remember last time we were here? We were fighting that big monster, the divine beast. Looked like those Chinese parade beasts. There. I'm the beast now. I can barely move with this thing. Look, you know what's the worst? Is that this is actually kinda cool and this is useful because it gives you a lot of stat boosts. It gives you 4 strength and 4 dexterity, which for a run like this, it's super huge. I don't think the weight makes it worth it, but still, it's nice to have. But even if it were worth it, like, look at the size of this thing. Like, you can see half of what's on screen with this goddamn huge head jutting out of you. But so, something very cool happens now. So there was that old lady down there in the storeroom. She's the one who summoned the beast. And she didn't have anything to do with you, or she didn't want to have anything to do with you. But now that we have the beast's head... Oh, actually, I think it's the first time I did this little shortcut. I don't think I ever tried. I assumed I would die. Huh, interesting. So, what am I planning to do? You'll see, you'll see. So, we got the head. Oh, I kind of forgot there's this guy. Hold on. You'll give me trouble? Oh, I don't have my dagger. So... the thing about beating the Divine Beast in order to make progress is that you don't actually get to make progress because the way upwards into the higher parts of the tower, it is sealed off. So you always have to go the long way around. But still, it's worth it, just for the fight itself, if nothing else. So I think today I wanna try and make some progress, just making progress in the DLC, just unlocking new areas, not necessarily fighting some of the big bosses from the DLC. Otherwise, we would be just stuck there dying over and over again. But I just wanna explore. I wanna have a chill stream. Oh no! He heard me. He heard the thing breaking. I didn't even know that they had hearing. Holy shit! Oh, and now the birds are gonna aggro. I need to be quick. Can I make this? Let's go. Whoa! Drink! No! Fuck. Oh, the other guy's gonna aggro. Go. Whew. Yeah. Easy. I didn't know that breaking stuff made them aggro. I thought they were deaf. Oh no! I forgot. Oh, it's been so long since I've done a proper run of Elden Ring. I forgot everything. No, they listen to noise when you break something. It's only when you crouch that you can crouch sprint, and it doesn't make a sound. That was very scary. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So, if you remember, yeah, she's not doing so good now that her precious little beast has been slain. By the way, is the music too loud? Like the background music? I feel like I should take it down just a notch. Yeah. But now, what do you think will happen if I just happen to put on that big head and go there? Look, it's me. It's your precious little beast. I've returned.
Oh, such a joy to smell the scent again. Does a sculpted keeper stand before me?
Yeah.
Oh, as I felt the sacred beast's essence fade, a great anxiety welled up within. Forgive this old woman her foolish fears. 'Tis such relief I cannot express. After an eternity of the mind, our voices have at last reached the heavens, as evinced by thy gracious arrival. Oh, oh, oh.
Kind of sad, but
I implore, vessel of the sacred beast, have my son accompany thee to war.
but
And
this is interesting.
dance of beauteous color. Take vengeance upon Mesmerides' lot. They who betrayed us, aye, they who burned us, let them face in thy wrath their just deserts. My song will I sing in service to thee.
And so we get.
O horn-decked
Oh,
beast from higher sphere delivered.
oh yeah, she keeps repeating.
To dance and cavort.
Hey, Joril.
And cavort.
Thanks.
Cleanse all that thou wilt.
So, this thing that she gives us, I was super excited to try this out on this special run, in this specific run. But it's so, it requires so many fate levels. Oh, 26. I mean, at least if it were 25, we could get up to something with consumables and talismans. I don't think I can get that high. At least not without changing the whole build. Which sucks because this is actually it's an interesting spell. It's one of those spells that you really want it to be good because you want to play around with it. It basically creates projectiles around your head, like some vengeful spirits kind of thing, and they hover over your head. And whenever you lock onto an enemy, they will jump at them. And they don't do a lot of damage, but they stagger them, which is, I assume, very useful for a level 1 run. But how the hell am I gonna go from 10 faith to 26? Is it even possible? I mean, I guess I could eat a rune arc. This gives me 5. Then I can equip the talisman, which gives me an extra 5, and now we're up to 20. But I don't think I can get higher. I mean, I can equip some pieces of clothing that would get me up to 22, 23-ish. Yeah, this is an extra fate point. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could with other consumables. Oh, I wanna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. Hold on, hold on. It's super not worth it, but what else? So I can equip this. We're crunching our math here. We're putting in the work. So this will give me an extra 10 for a period of time. So I equip this, and this way I won't even have to consume a rune arc. Faith, yeah. So I already have 16, and I believe that by drinking the concoction, it will push me to 26 for like 3 minutes or so, which is all the time we need, I guess. Right. Now, I don't think this is a good idea to test it out with this guy out of all people, but it would be amazing if it actually staggered this guy, which yeah, it's not happening. Not happening. Uh-oh. Yeah. I guess it could be useful for smaller enemies, like if you're going through a place where Like if you're going through a place with hard to stagger enemies that are also very quick and nimble, like the pages, I guess you could use it in your favor. Yeah, but still, let's see. What if we go this way? What about the other dudes? Let's try it with the big guys. Oh, it doesn't stagger even the big guys. Well, forget it. It's even more useless than what I thought. Don't you just hate it when you pick up something that looks super cool on paper on a game, but then it's just not worth it. You cannot make it work. Right. So, what did I have? Let's go back to the pseudo Kratos build. Oh yeah, the enemies in this game, like in the DLC, they're insane, and you only got a taste of it. Oh, you know what? You wanna have a taste of insane? So let me give you an idea of what I'll be up to. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not this. Go, 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 go. Right. So I've been going through this little area here. Maybe let's go here to check our surroundings. Oh, and we need to talk to Freya because Freya also helped in defeating the beast. I had all the gang. There we go. And I believe that there's a specific, a special piece of dialogue if we managed to summon Freya and have her live throughout the encounter. Just look at that armor. That's so cool. Just screams badass.
Ah, well met. That was a fine battle indeed. It heartens me that another warrior stands among us, among the beckoned.
Oh yeah, and there's a like you can make it out. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but there's a cross slash across her helmet.
Long ago, I was stricken by scarlet rot in the swamp of Aeonia. Immobile, feverish, and in great pain, I was entirely resigned to death. I was left behind, and only kindly Mikola was good enough to seek me out. My wound was swollen and festering, exuding a most pungent odor, and yet he drained the poison from it, despite my wretched visage. Now, I consider this wound my compass.
That's a cool line. This wound is my compass.
Let us both take kindly Mikola's guidance to heart. May we meet again on the battlefield. Brave warrior.
That other man. Oh, yeah. The horn scent over there.
Do you wonder why the eternally dour fellow keeps his distance? He's one of the tower's horn scent. I can only assume he fights for his own reasons and carries his own burdens, but we needn't concern ourselves with his affairs. He too was charmed by kindly Mikola and guided here, and that makes us allies. We're not gods, you and I. even if we did manage to dig up the secrets of his past, I doubt our meddling could ever amount to much. Let us both take kindly Miquella's guidance to heart. May we meet again on the battlefield.
So yeah, basically Mikola is kind of the Jesus Christ figure in this world, and everyone's just banding up to follow him. These are like the apostles, really. And I guess we start off the DLC being just one of them as well. It has always bugged me. I don't think I ever mentioned this, but it has bugged me ever from the start, ever since the first trailer came out.
Let us
The
both
way
take kindly Miquella's guidance to heart. May we meet
the
again.
way they say kindly Mikola seems grammatically incorrect, and it's been bugging me ever since the first trailer where they mentioned it. And I feel like I'm missing something, maybe like an archaism from Old English or something. Because kindly is an adverb. You should pair it with a verb. But it's being used to describe Mikola. So it's being used as an adjective. And it really does not compute. It should be kind Mikola. Like, you should use kindly when you want to ask someone to kindly do something for you. Like, would you kindly pass me the salt, please? Why they refer to Mikola as kindly Mikola feels like something is missing in the sentence. There's an implied verb there somewhere. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm just not seeing.
I urge you, follow after Miquella, as long as you abide by his footfalls.
The bosses are described as very
You will be no enemy
difficult.
to me.
I can attest to that. I can attest to that. And you know what? There's still one boss that I haven't properly defeated. There's a big ass dragon on that mountain over there. You go all the way to the top and you fight him. It's like a dragon god. And I managed to defeat him on my first playthrough, but it was mostly, a matter of bringing on the gang and just spamming him with everything that I had and praying that I could outlive him. I tried fighting him on other save files, and I got so wrecked. I gave up. But we'll get there. We'll get there soon enough. Okay, so here's what we're doing. So our objective is to make our way to that tower thing over there. The dark tower, the shadow tower. And in order to reach that place, like make our way to basically to the foot of the tree. In order to get there, we'll have to cross the bridge and then go through this castle. Basically go through this castle over here. And that's the point to where that's where I left off before coming here to fight this monster. So I will go there to that castle that I was just looking at. And I'm in the room just before the boss of this level, and I'm gonna do a couple of attempts just to give you a taste of what it's like fighting that boss at level 1. It's a very good fight. It's impeccable, but it's also super tough. You got so angry while playing Ninja Gaiden 3 that you broke the controller? Oh shit. You mean recently? Has this happened Are we talking a matter of what? A matter of days? A matter of minutes? Did this just happen? Are you still are you still mad about it? Hey, I won't be the one to judge. I broke a few controllers myself throughout the years. Uh, Sometimes, man, things get rough. What can I say? I never played Ninja Gaiden 3, but I did play the first one. I really enjoyed the first one. But it's insane. I can see why someone would get really mad at it. Okay, so I'm gonna change weapons for this fight. I will. What do I want? I want the dagger. No, no, no. So I'm gonna try this out. This is a neat little weapon that I would never imagine that I would use in any of my playthroughs, but I just found out playing this level 1 run with no weapon upgrades that this is actually super good. This is like a sickle that inflicts bleed, and it's also super fast. So not only do you get very fast strikes, which proc bleed, which deletes a chunk of the boss's health bar, but it's actually considered an axe, which makes it stagger enemies more quickly. And it has pierce damage, which also benefits from some hidden values in the game's code. So all in all, just a very good weapon. So check this out. Big ass Magic Knight Mama. Hold on, I gotta get into the rhythm. Oh shit, I missed that parry. Uh-oh. There we go. Hey, Ignacy. How's it going? Oh! I'm so used to having to heal. Like, I feel like in Elden Ring I have the reverse Hollow Knight, which is, even when I don't need to heal, I'm so hardwired to do it when I get an opening that I do it, even when I don't need it. Oh, I gotta remember the parry timing, otherwise it's gonna take a while. Oh, that was a good move. Oh, she got me so good there. Oh, believe me, dude. This boss counter, this boss death counter for this specific one, it's been counting upwards for a long time. A long time. I think it took me a week the first time the game came out, which was driving me crazy because I was so afraid of spoilers when this first came out that I didn't want to rush it, but at the same time I was afraid that the longer it would take, the more spoilers I would inevitably get. And mind you, this was at the point where we still weren't sure about who the final boss was gonna be. This was a big deal. It was gonna be the final boss in the whole 4-year lifespan of Elden Ring. But also, we didn't know at the time if it was gonna be the final boss in Souls history. We didn't know if they were gonna keep doing Souls games. So I was super hyped, and I so wanted to learn it that I kind of rushed through the DLC a little bit, and I kind of regret it. See you, Sparta. Ah, got me up again. Why do you fight the boss that kills me in one shot? Well, that's the gist with this run. I'm doing level 1, no weapon upgrades. So I'm very squishy, and my weapons only tingle the enemy. So we have to find ways of working around that limitation. Oh shit. Oh! And basically, for this specific one, you gotta look for openings for parries and keeping aggro so that you can proc special status like bleed, poison. Oh, I actually have a... Yeah, I have a poison dagger. I should be using that. Missed the parry. Yeah. I already done this on a level 1 run, but with a fully upgraded weapon, so I still died in pretty much one hit, but I dealt considerable damage. I'm trying to go through the whole game and the DLC with an unupgraded weapon. So basically, I have end game weapons and special abilities and all, but I'm at the level that you would face your first boss, pretty much. Which is very cool in this game, because it really enables creativity. Like, the way that I play this at level 1 is totally different from what you find other people do. And everyone has their own preferred method. Yeah, I guess you could call me a veteran. I mean, if we're speaking solely on hours put into the game, I think I qualify. Actually, just yesterday, I booted up my PS4, where I played most of Elden Ring, and I was just looking at my save files and realizing that, oh my god, what the hell happened in my life for the past 2 years? It's been non-stop Elden Ring. I have one save file with 600 hours. I have a second save file with 150 hours. And then I have lower level characters with like 50 hours put into it, 60 hours. There was a part in my life where if I didn't know what I wanted to do for fun that weekend, I would just create a new character and go through half of the game. I think by now it's been more than 1,000, pretty much. Am I beating your CS:GO uptime? I I'm not exaggerating when I say that between 2022 and 2023, I pretty much lived for this game. It was my whole deal. I was the Elden Ring guy. Okay, so I have to remember. Oh no, 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 no! I have the wrong ability. I have the wrong ability. Well, that sucks. Anyway, it's fine. I didn't want to do this whole fight for today's stream anyway. Just wanted to like have a taster. There we go. So now the poison will do its thing, and we take our time. If we can get the stagger along the way, that's just better. Oh, those mix-ups. Wait, not mix-ups, setups. That's what they are. By the way, this music, this was the music, the soundtrack that I kept talking about when fighting bosses like the Soul Master, or even I don't know who it was in Silk Song. Oh, I thought I could strafe that. Oh, 4K hours? Nah. I guess that's a pretty average hour count for a guy who's big on Counter-Strike, I guess. Yeah. It totally sounds like that. And there's a little melody, which I mean, it's not as if I think that Larkin ripped it off this one. If something, it was the other way around, because Hollow Knight came out long before Elden Ring. But there's that descending melody, the that I always kept thinking of this fight when I was fighting the Soul Master. Okay, I wanna at least make it to phase 2, just so that I can die a proper death and be done with it. Have no expectations of going further than this. But it's cool because, luckily for us, there's an alternate path into the second area of the DLC. So the obvious route would be past this night, but luckily there's an alternative that we can go find if we really need. And we will. Oh, yeah, pretty much pattern recognition. Totally, yeah. It's like solving a puzzle that's trying to stab you. I find it very relaxing, very cool. Oh, ooh, that's... No, I fucked up. If that is so, this does the game have little backtracking? I will have you know that the answer is yes, and that's something that FromSoft has been improving with each iteration. So basically, ever since the first one, ever since Demon Souls, that there has been kind of a focus change. Whereas in the beginning, you had super elaborate levels that were designed very meticulously to be gauntlets that you had to really struggle to get to the end of, and they were built in a way to make you really feel the pressure of being super far away from a checkpoint and not knowing whether you should turn back because you ran out of resources and you're about to die, or whether you should push forward and try making it to a checkpoint. But then the boss fights at the end of the level were very simple. Like they did not require much brain power to figure it out. They had simple move sets. But then as the games progressed, the bosses became more and more elaborate and more spectacular and multi-phase boss fights and such. And by focusing on that, on the actual boss fight itself, the level that you played on your way to said boss fight kind of took became secondary, and basically that means that by the time you get to Elden Ring, you pretty much have checkpoints before each boss arena. Yeah, but I think that it worked for Dark Souls, for the first Dark Souls, and for Demon Souls, for the older games. Like, I tell you, if you can play Silk Song and you can play Elden Ring, if you go back to those games, you can make your way to a new boss fight. You can enter the boss arena wielding a shield like this one, and you can pretty much learn most of the boss fight in one go just by holding block and just walking around the room like an outboxer. Like you know, I don't know if you're into boxing or something, but you know when during the first rounds of a boxing match, there's this guy that's always running around the ring, running away from the guy that stands in the middle, and you feel like, and you may think that he's scared, but no, he's just downloading the information from the other guy. And you can pretty much do that in the first games. The bosses are more limited in their movement options, and they don't punish you as hard for taking defensive measures. Oh, you boxed. Oh, that's cool. I did too. I did almost a year of boxing practice. In the end, I wasn't very good at it, and I wasn't feeling like I was making progress, so I quit. I stopped going. Also, it was very taxing on in terms of scheduling that, because it finished super late, and I had to come back home super late. To not many sleep hours, lots of sleep deprivation, which let me tell you, sleep deprivation and getting punched in the face week in, week out, not a bad combination for someone who wants to be a productive member of society. But anyway, I loved it. It was great. Oh, I see. Half a year, and then the exam came. Wait, do you mean exams as in school exams that you had to focus on, and because of that you quit, or you mean quitting because of a boxing exam? Oh yeah. What you mean? Wait, do you mean not to play Elden Ring first? So that's some a controversial question, and depending on who you ask, you'll get different answers. I would say that Elden Ring is made in a way that allows people who have no experience with previous Souls titles to adjust, or not, maybe not adjust, but make it through the game. So they give you tools to deal with the fact that you're not very nimble in your movement, and you're not very knowledgeable of how the mechanics work. So they give you summons that you can call upon to help you in fights. They have an open structure which allows you to leave a boss be and go somewhere else and farm for levels, and gain more stuff to be able to come back and be stronger. More like an RPG, you know. Now, but I feel like people coming from something like Hollow Knight or Silk Song, especially, I don't think that would be fulfilling. I think that we find joy and fulfillment in learning the mechanics, learning the motions, and going for that. If you want to go for that, and if you want to engage with the systems and the combat systems fully, I think that jumping straight into Elden Ring is gonna be like a super. It's gonna be like starting Silk Song having never played the first Hollow Knight. I think that's a great comparison. I I remember when I first played the first Dark Souls. I mean, I was I've been playing games all my life. I was decently good at, I knew my way around the controller, but it took me a week. I'm not even exaggerating this. It took me a week to get through the first level, and it took me so long to beat a boss, like one of the first bosses that you face in that game, the Taurus demon. Like, at this moment in my life, that boss is simpler and easier than any of these trash mobs in Elden Ring. But at the time, it took me ages to figure out like how the game worked and what was expected of me. So I think there's a curve that follows across all the games in the series, and I'd say not necessarily playing all of them, but maybe playing one of the first ones to get the feel for the combat, like a Demon Souls or a Dark Souls 1, and then coming straight to this one. Maybe that would be best, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave these guys be. Hey, Space. Hey, you're right on time. Don't worry about it. You believe that Elden Ring is the best entry-level Souls-like? The thing about Elden Ring is that it assumes that you already very comfortable facing slower enemies, so it throws crazy stuff at you from the very beginning. Like, the starting area in Elden Ring has like the first bosses that you face, and I don't mean market, I don't mean the big storyline boss, but just uh, field bosses that you find in the open world. They're so much more complex than anything that you would face in one of the first games. And I feel like if you really want to engage with the mechanics and have that high skill ceiling, you shouldn't skip that first level of getting familiar with the basics. I mean, if you're already familiar with Souls-like combat, and I guess nowadays it's a bit more streamlined. Like, everyone knows, you block with L1, you attack with the right triggers, you roll, and your roll has iframes, whatever. But But if that's something that people don't feel comfortable with, I would say play the first games first. And depending on who you ask, the Dark Souls 1 for me is still unbeatable when it comes to lore, story, level progression, and just all around atmosphere. That game has a sense of you going on an adventure that it's very hard to replicate, even by the latter games. I abandon here a part of the flesh of my body. Oh, so here's where he cut off one of his ears, or wherever. I still don't know if there's something lost in translation with these little engravings. It sounds a bit off. A part of the flesh of my body. Yeah, I'd agree with S-Space. Hollow Knight has a great learning curve. Silk Song is a bit more extreme, again, because it's assumed that you've played the first one. But it's just like Elden Ring, I'd believe. Like you could tell that Elden Ring was built for people who had already played all the other games, and they kind of thrown a little tutorial in there at the start, just kind of out of obligation mostly, but then you step into the actual open world and you realize that you're gonna have a hard time if you're not very comfortable with the mechanics. Okay, this guy is the best. I love this guy. I love how you can't even tell. Is that hair? Is that like trances in as gauntlets? That's such a cool detail, and there's greaves as well. It seems like he has hair for clothes. Oh, kind of like Bayonetta, come to think of it. Although nothing else is like that. Anyways, yeah, this guy.
Oh, hello there. Are you the Tarnished? Lady Leda spoke of you. Another Tarnished. Guided here by Mikola the Kind. My name is Teolia. I too am
Teolia
tarnished,
Chalamet.
and here on kindly Mikola's account. So, well, here's to new beginnings, I suppose.
Oh, I actually have a beverage. Let's cheer to new beginnings.
I'm sorry. But, well, I'm not much good at anything is all. I'm as weak as a kitten and thick
Don't
as
say
two
that.
planks. I've always been this way, since the very day I was born. I'm afraid the only thing I'm proficient in is poison. Sorry.
See, first of all, you don't get to say that you're not good at anything and then you say that you specialize in one of the most lethal elements that you can find in this game. Speaking of which, I just realized something. I think I hadn't cashed in my souls from beating the beast. I think I just wasted 90,000 souls. Yeah, whatever. So this guy sells a bunch of poisonous stuff, but what's cool about it is that he sells this. Now, this was kind of infamous when the DLC came out. I think this was a weapon that PvP players really enjoyed, and I think you'll get an idea of why when I show
Just give
show
me
it
the word
to you.
if you need any more poison.
So usually when you throw bombs or you spit fire from your mouth or whatever, you do any of those special things, you would need a consumable. But then the DLC comes along and they just give you this. Bam. And you get a fire variety, a nice variety, I believe, and that's it. And you also get poison, which you would assume that this is just silly, but actually there are talismans and other stuff that you can acquire that raise your attack power when there is there is poison around, when you get poisoned. So this is actually a very good way of boosting your attack rating if you have a poison build going. But we do not belong in that category, so I will not be using this. Okay, so
So, what can I help you with?
yeah, so dude's just gonna stay here, and we are gonna go the long way around because I'm not beating that night lady in that castle just now. So we're gonna go through that cliff over there, and we're gonna make our way to the back of the castle. Wait, is this the right way? I don't think this is the way that I usually take. Well, okay, if it works. Just need to be careful with those bats there. Those bats are nasty when all it takes is one good hit to kill you. Damn it. Can they fly up here, maybe? But one at a time, if possible. Gonna need a bigger pot. Bam. Okay, I think one is doable. Oh, actually, we got through all that trouble to get this bow. Let's put it to good use. Oh, oh, it takes a while to get the bleed going. Oh shit! No, 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 no. Uh-oh. You can never be too comfortable with these guys. Ooh, they're all banding together there. Let's see if we can pull off a trick shot. Can I hold on? Hold on. Let's try something. Let's try being clever here. Does this work for no, not for bats. Yeah, they don't care about that. Yeah, this bow is pretty much just straight up cheating. And I'm okay with that. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, go do your programming, hacker man. Take care. Hold on a second. I've been here already. This is the path. Oh, oh, oh. So, if I've been there, then where's the path to the castle? It should be somewhere around here. Actually, I don't quite remember this area all that well. But there should be a cabin around these parts. Oh, there's the cabin. Right. And oh, there we go. There we go. So this is a mechanic that I never really understood. So usually in Elden Ring, you got these jump platforms that you can take with your little horsey that will make you jump super high, and that's basically how you traverse super steep inclines, and you make traversal in the vertical plane doable. But in the DLC, they introduced these seals. So right now, the spirit spring is sealed. I cannot use it. I have to figure out where they're keeping the seal and break it. Which I guess it's kind of interesting or dumb and a waste of time depending on who you ask. This guy has a nice view. Yeah. That Bale dude is the best. That big dragon at the top of the peak. Possibly the most metal that FromSoft has ever made a dragon. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Even if just a hobby, it's super fun. Do it. Go for it. I also did some Bash scripting. Don't underestimate Bash. Bash will take you places. I've done some cool stuff back when I was also trying to get into programming, I did a lot of bash scripting. You can get up to lots of stuff. Okay, so when you see something silly, so this one is the first that you get. So the seal is super out in the open. So basically, what you would do is you would attack this little pile of rocks, and that would break the seal, and it will make it possible for you to jump on this platform. And basically, throughout the DLC, you have these spirit springs that you have to unseal. So you have to run around the map finding the keys, the seals to break. Which is fine and all, or you can just do this. There we go. Easy peasy. So this is a kind of a glitch that I'm very glad that they never fixed, because it's actually something super cool. So this is a shackle. You use this for the Margit fight, and it's kind of a trap that allows you to ensnare Margit for a couple of seconds. But the way it works is that it has an active hitbox. It doesn't do damage, but it has an active hitbox that covers a lot of space. What people discovered is that you can actually use this to interact with things that do not require any substantial damage in order to be activated. So, for example, if you're exploring a dungeon and you're worried about missing secret rooms or illusory walls, you do this every once in a while, and every secret door, like every invisible door, will become visible immediately. It basically solves the problem with exploring the map that's full of illusory walls. Basically, imagine having an item in a Hollow Knight that would break all the breakable walls for you, so you wouldn't have to worry about missing them. And yeah, it's kind of glitchy, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. There's something so cool about having a special item that reveals illusions. Makes me feel like a real Indiana Jones. Like I have the tools to explore the mysteries of the world. There we go. Oh boy, I've done a couple of scripts to deal with some stuff from my just my daily life working with Linux, but not that advanced. That sounds all of that sounds super cool. Okay, so this will take us to the other end of the castle, which will allow us to progress through the DLC without having to defeat the Night Lady. But not all is fun and games, because we still have to deal with this guy. What's this? I forget. Oh, meh. Is that it? I swear to God, like some of these treasure chests are so random. Okay, is there a way of not having to deal with you? Well, let's see. So here's what I'll do. I'll do this. I'll do this. Yep, that barely tickled you, but now. Right. Now I should be fine as long as I don't go down there. Can I even make the jump? Oh, that's what's gonna make it interesting, is that I don't know if I can make this jump. And if I cannot make the jump, I will be stuck down there with him. No! Oh, he didn't see me. Run! Kind of. Somehow that that worked. No, you cannot use horse inside of dungeons. Horsey is only for the outside open world. Oh, ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Not what I wanted. Is there anything that I need to collect in this little place? Oh, I should check the wiki. I have this feeling that there's a super useful spirit ash. The one for oh my god, why am I doing this? Yeah, totally useless. So I think this is the where they keep the spirit ash for the Mesmer soldiers, the guys with the big axe, and that's one of the best ones. So can I delete you? No, I cannot. Actually, let me Google that really quickly, just so we don't lose any time that. Hmm. The Fort of Reprimand. Oh, that's where we are. Oh, I know where they are. I know where they are. Let's see if we can find it. You're actually doing both? That's a hell of a ability to multitask that you have there. I can barely play a video game and talk to you guys, let alone code. Okay, let's make our way down there. Try not to get killed this time. Oh, awful idea, awful idea. Hey, Okami. How you doing? João. People are gonna get so upset about the Portuguese. Hold on. Oh, that wasn't ideal. That's more like it. Right. Didn't know I was streaming. Oh yeah, we're back to normal this week. Finally. Work has kinda normalized a bit, and I'm done with the music project, so there's that as well. Speaking of that, I have to say, it turned out pretty good. I know it looks super simple. It's hardly a very complex piece of music, and it's not very long either. But it took me ages to get the right sound and get the editing and the mixing as good as I could make it to be. I'm not very good at the whole mixing thing. It's always been my Achilles heel when it comes to music. But yeah, it was nice. Actually, I want to ask you guys a favor. Um, if you feel like it, share the crap out of it. Like if you go on Reddit, share it. If you go on other forums or whatever, let's see if people find it fun as well. Cause I mean, there's I've seen a lot of remixes, not just from Hollow Knight and but just for different types of games, and I feel like that one is up to par with well, shit, with some others that I've seen. Well, we'll see. Oh yeah, go for it. I didn't even know that there was a Discord server for, like, generally speaking, like a subreddit. Hey man, if you do it, I really appreciate it. I could do it, but I don't know how the whole self self what you call it, self publishing, no, self advertising works, and I guess it's not cool unless you're an active member of the community anyways, and I'm kind of a antisocial lurker when it comes to bigger communities like that, so I don't know. But I hope it gets shared around. Oh wow, that's cool. A D&D session. Really? How did that happen? Like with friends and whatnot? No, that's super cool. You know, I would love to get some people together and have something like that over here. But then I always, I don't know, I always get this feeling that whenever I meet someone in real life that's interested in the same nerdy stuff that I am interested in. I always get this. Oh, I'm dead. I always get this feeling that I don't like being around. I don't know. Just I always get like red flags. But it's just me. It's probably just me. But if I would go like to a place where people would gather up to play, I don't know, just regular board games or from my experience at least with just randoms, I can never make it work in a way that will make any of us want to come back. And then there's always that other thing. At least that's my life experience. People never commit to anything. Like it, it may be good, but for one night. But then people never want to do it again. And I had that happen with several people from several group of friends, to the point where I'm not very interested in engaging with that sort of activity uh, in any capacity, which sucks. But I don't know. First guy that gets rich invites everyone to a party. Well, you send the chopper, and I'll be on my way. I will not kill the bro. Bro is a bit above my pay grade at the moment, and my priority here should be to get the treasure that's somewhere around here. I always forget. I know where it is. It's right there, but I can never remember how to reach it. Certainly not by platforming. I think there's a secret path somewhere underground. Where's the entrance? There should be a way down somewhere here. No, that's not what I wanted. Maybe, maybe it's just this one. I don't think so. Oh, for some reason I thought that you wouldn't follow me. Well, I guess we're doing this. I've played Baldur's Gate many hours. But I'm not a good playmate for playmate. Why does that sound sexual? Whatever. I'm not a good playmate for those sorts of games because I'm very slow. I'm a very slow gamer. I'm like, you guys will be wanting to make progress and go to the big boss at the end, and I'll be just wasting time looking at random stuff and sorting my inventory or whatever. Is this actually the way? Oh, I think there's like a trapdoor or something that we can drop down. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, okay. We're safe, we're safe. Still feel like I'm in the wrong place. I've missed something. Why am I two-handing the shield? Some questions you can never answer. Ah! Oh, and by the way, I'm taking suggestions for the next song because I really had fun with that little project and I think I want to do more of that. Because it's been something that's been weighing on my mind recently. Like I've been lacking the will to pick up the guitar and it's been bugging me because that's something that I've always done a lot, but just I didn't have a purpose, so I didn't I stopped picking it up just to noodle for like 30 minutes and doing nothing of worth and just putting it down. It felt like wasted time, which is something that I really did not want to feel when it comes to making music. But I feel like that stupid idea of the Sharma song, it kind of made me realize that there's something there. There's something that can spark the creative juices and make me focus again. I already have an idea, and it's only the root of an idea even. It's only a feeling, but I think I wanna work with Chakra's song, and I think I have something for Chakra. I have a vision. It's not even a song yet. It's not even a song idea. It's just a vision. Do you guys know Amy Winehouse? Jazz singer, very mellow, very cool, very alcoholic, died a couple of years ago. So here's my vision. I see the stage, the Flea Festival stage, lights down, subtle fade in, the lights light up, and it's Chakra leading a jazz quartet, and it's gonna be a very moody, bluesy jazz tune with the Chakra song as the vocals. This is very dumb. Yeah, I can I totally accept that. I feel like we do move on and we do move on to newer things and we lose interest in stuff that we used to love back in the day. And that's part of growing up. That's totally normal. But sometimes it's not that you lose interest in the thing itself. You still want to do it. You just lack the purpose to do it. And you feel like you're not making anything of value, and you're not putting your mind to it. It's not something that fulfills you. But the potential to be exactly that is still there. It's just that it's missing something. It's missing a specific goal that you have in mind. I could. Oh yeah, Carmelita as well. Yes, lots of cool options for from Silksong, just from Silksong. Although Carmelita already kind of has a song fully formed, right? It's the boss soundtrack. I don't know if there's a lot more that can be added to what is already a very complete track. I'm guessing that there's still some cool stuff that you can do with it, but I I like it when there's not much from the original song, and when the song is ambiguous to the point where like two different people can take it in two completely different directions. And I feel like Chakras has that ambiguity, and we actually discussed this in a while ago. Like, remember when I pulled out the guitar just to show that by changing the chords that you played under the vocal melody, you could change the vibe that it gives you. But well, I wanna mess around with it a little. Oh boy. Okay, so you use the AI for the music, so it's a bit disappointing. So here's the thing. Here's my take on the whole AI music thing. I do generally see it as kind of a problem, but why? Why is it a problem? There are some arguments to be made, and if you're a big content creator or you work for a company that would back in the day hire real musicians to write your jingles or whatever, now and now everything is being left for AI to do because they do it just as well if you're looking for just some generic stuff for some industrial or commercial purpose. Uh, yeah, but I guess it's just like every other thing where if computers do it just as well as you do, then what's the point? So let's not even go that way. Let's not even go mention the jobs argument. Uh, I feel like you should focus about what makes you fulfilled. And in your case, specifically, it's writing the lyrics, and then you'll make you'll make Suno turn it into a realized song, but you still go super in depth into the lyrics. And from what I can tell, it gives you a degree of artistic satisfaction to see your creation be given form. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty cool. Like just like I do not play the drums, so I went online and found a drum track that I adapted for my song. So you don't play any instrument, so you make the lyrics and you kind of delegate the musical part for something else. I guess that is fine, and it's not as if you're in a position of commercial enterprise where you're taking away jobs from actual musicians or whatever. There's an ethical argument to be made, I guess, but I will not be in any hurry to make it or to have it here. Just don't feel like I have anything to add to it, and I'm not passionate about it one way or the other. And we found our trapdoor. Yay. Well, that's a very interesting question that you ask there. You feel like you can't really take credit for the song, seeing as you wrote the lyrics, but then the computer turned it into the fully realized thing. Uh, I don't see it as so much so black or white. For example, you have poets that write poems that can turn into super famous songs. We have a couple of those back here, and I feel like the original songwriter or the lyric writer isn't that less uh, owner of the song just because it got adapted into something else. Like my favorite Portuguese poet wrote a poem that was adapted into a very popular folk song by our most popular folk singer, Amalia, and I think he's still entitled to ownership over the lyrics, the original idea, the original uh, the mood that it transmits. Sure, there's there's gonna be a sort of split between ownership, but still, I wouldn't say that it gets diminished. It's just an interpretation. Well, we would have to get into what taking credit uh, means in this sense. Because I guess you could totally upload it if it were like a super big hit. You could take credit, as in you produced it and you receive uh, financial compensation for its success. Okay, this guy I'm gonna have to kill. So let me shut up just for a second here. Can I? Oh, that was so risky. I really, I really gambled with that charge attack there. Okay, let's reset for a second here. I need to drink. Yeah. Breathe your little flamey flames. Oh, it was going so well and I ruined it. So can be saved. Yes. I am legally restricted from publishing songs made with Suno unless pay for premium. I get that, but see, that's more of a institutional issue. Like that's a legal. Okay, we're talking legal credit. We're not talking moral credit, if that makes any sense. Because in a moral way, what is the difference between just ripping it off and bootlegging it, as opposed to paying for premium and getting the whole thing the proper way? It's just a matter of semantics, or a matter of the legality of it. But apart from all of that, apart from the legality or the logistics of it all, just I'd say it makes you feel good while working on the lyrics and then listening to the finalized version. That's all that it takes, and you shouldn't need any more reason. Like for me, I swear, after finishing that Sharma song, I must have listened to it like 50 times already. I love it so much. And that happens a lot with stuff, even with very average stuff that I do. I just like uh, experiencing the product. I feel like I made something, and I like going over it. I it really is like people say, like you make stuff that you would enjoy consuming as a consumer. And if everything else fails, like if you don't get paid for it, if you don't get any recognition, well, at least you can always keep it in your hard drive, and whenever you feel like it, you'll go back and listen to it or watch it, and you'll feel a bit good about yourself. At least that's what I do. Oh, okay. So I think we have what we came here for. So let's get the hell out of here. Bye bye. See ya. Okay, let's check our loot. So we got an iris of occultation. An iris that is as dark as night. Placed on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms. Can also be used to receive the blessing of an equipped great rune. At the cost of all runes currently held. Actually, I have no idea what this means. I never used it for this purpose. The blessing of an equipped great rune at the cost of all runes currently held. So it's just like a rune arc. Super weird. It has a quest line purpose. It can be used to finish some quest lines, but it's the lore that's juicy. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the Earth Tree to intensify the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. The fears of their flock. So basically, they were threatening their own followers with the possibility of denying them. I guess this would deny them the vision of grace, the vision of the Earth Tree. They wouldn't be able to see it. Which is interesting because there's the opposite of this, which is the Iris of Grace. I don't think we have one yet. It's kind of the opposite. It allows you to see grace. Kind of interesting considering that what we perceive as the Earth Tree in the base game is basically just a big hologram, a big projection, which kind of lends itself to the idea that basically we're all looking at it from biased lenses, and literally a lens that allows us to see it and perceive it as the real deal, when in reality we've just been conditioned to see it as such. It's kind of a fun thing to explore when it comes to lore. But anyways, none of that lore crap. We came for the Mesmer Solder Ashes. These guys are real. These guys are gonna carry me through much of the endgame. These guys don't mess around. Okay, so wanna see something cool? There's also something else that's very important that's somewhere around here in this battlefield. so the soldiers are fighting the big dragon. We are gonna take advantage of that, and we gonna go around. There's also a super cool crossbow that... Oh my god! Oh no, 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 I did not want to get the health bar. Okay, I need to find the crossbow and skedaddle. Should be somewhere in this battlefield. This is something glowing blue? Tell me. Hey, why are you firing at me? Fire at the freaking zombie dragon, destroying your own platoon. Where's that goddamn crossbow? Somewhere there. Oh boy. Got sniped. I gotta double check. I could swear that this is where it was. What do you call it? Is it the repeater? Repeater crossbow? I think that's what it's called. Oh yeah, yeah, the repeating crossbow. Along the road next to the Ghost Flame Dragon, north of the Morth Highway, south side of Grace. Yeah, exactly. Along the road. Did I get it? Didn't get it. Uh-oh. Ooh, almost got sniped immediately. Oh, it was right there. It's right there. Okay, let's make this quick. There. Nice. Okay, wanna see something cool? So this is a neat little weapon. First of all, it's one of the few crossbows that I can actually wield with my meager stats. But it's got some nice features. So first of all, it looks super cool. Look at that. Look at that contraption. Super steampunkish. So it works just like any other crossbow. But if you activate its special function, look. By the way, look at the animation. Look, it actually moves. It reloads. You can see the contraption moving, and it fires a volley of bolts. Somehow, in a game with zombie dragons, this is the most unrealistic thing ever, but it's so cool. The problem is that it eats your bolts like super fast. Pardon me. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and have some more couple of attempts at the night lady in the castle, and I think that will be it because it's getting late and I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to do this anytime soon, but I still want to give it a go. So okay, so if I'm gonna do this, either now or eventually, this is the strat. So we have the Scorpion Stinger, which applies Scarlet Rot, which is a very powerful form of poison in this game. Then we have the Ford Hatchet, which is kind of a neat little weapon. Swings super fast, but it packs quite a punch and inflicts bleed and all sorts of other special properties. Spell parry to deflect the blue projectiles. And that's it. Come on. Stop aura farming and attack me. Oh, I messed up my inputs there. By the way, just to reiterate that for me, this soundtrack is as Christopher Larkin as you'll get in Souls Likes. I always get reminded of this fight, this boss fight music, especially with the violins. It's very Soul Masterish. There we go. That's what we want to see. Come on. Got ticket. Not anymore. Oh, wonky roll. So one thing that I'm still trying to figure out for this fight is what can I get away with after the crit, after the parry, and you get the crit. Like ideally, what I'm trying to do is two-hand it, go for the crit, and then get enough time to do the special attack that buffs my weapon. So ideally, I want to get the weapon buffed at all times, and the only opening that I seem to get consistently is after the parry. But then I have to be super quick to get my shield out, because sometimes she can do a super quick slash. So either I pull out the shield and I try to block it, or I try and roll it. But rolling it is super risky, because if she doesn't do the super quick slash, she'll catch me with the slightly delayed one. And no way in hell am I gonna be able to have a reaction time that's as good enough for me to see what's coming. So there we gotta work on our option selects, basically. We gotta play it safe. And of course, the other option is to not buff. But then I don't know where I could do it. This is very stupid. Like so. And then spam special attack. Pull out the shield, and she didn't do it, but doesn't feel safe. I think this might be something that I need to research. Gotta go look at the literature on this subject. I'm running out of cookeries as well. Gotta pay a visit to the guy in the Whipping Peninsula. That was a bit risky. Okay, now she did the quick roll, so the quick slash. So rolling away was the right choice. But the question is, will I be able to adjust if that's not the attack that he does? I feel like I'm banking on the fact that I will be able to get my reaction time on point because I'm at the start of the fight, when in reality, as soon as I get to phase 2, the nerves will be way too high in order for me to be able to pull that off. But still. Oh, god damn it. Oh, come on, get me to at least phase 2. I'm gonna start getting the rot just so I can see phase 2 on stream. This is kinda... Oh, that was so bad. Can I actually... Can I react to her wake up? Maybe I can. Okay, let's start getting the poison. Oh no, Nope, everything's going wrong. I actually forgot that she had that follow-up. Don't remember the last time that she finished that combo with the projectile. Good move. That's what we wanna see. Come on, get into the rhythm. gonna go for it. Still not gonna go for it. Oh! I think that failed dodge right there just told me as plain as day that it's past my bedtime. Yeah, that's the attack that I'm afraid of. Because if I roll early to get away from the quick slash, he gets me with that one. How much of her to reset? Well, this is it. This is it for me. My reflexes have taken all the beating that they can take tonight. Well, I'm glad you guys are keeping busy and having fun over there on the chat, but sadly, I have to call it a day. Oh, anyways, it's been cool coming back to streaming. It's been a while. So I'm still a bit unsure about plans for the near future. To be honest, I haven't had that much time to really come up with a plan or an idea. You've given me some nice suggestions, and I'm definitely gonna check them sometime in the future. I just don't know when. Like some of you guys gave me really good recommendations for stuff more in line what we've been doing with Hollow Knight and Silksong and all of that. But I do wanna spice things up a bit. I wanna change it up, uh, mostly because I wanna be able to split my attention more between the actual game and talking and checking chat and whatever. And sometimes in these games you really have to lock in, which does not uh, equate well with uh, just being a functioning social human being. Uh, so I want to try out something different, and also because I wanna be fully rested when it comes to those types of games for when the Silk Song DLC comes out. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that I wanna do Undertale, but I don't wanna commit and start the LP before I'm sure that I'm gonna have like a couple of weeks where I can really go hard into it. Like I don't want to start it this week and then realize that I have to pause it for like 1 or 2 weeks because of work. That would suck. So here's what we'll do. I think I'm gonna keep doing Elden Ring this week, just slowly making progress through the DLC, showing you guys some of the cool stuff that the DLC has to offer, and then by the end of the week I'll have an idea of when we can start getting into some new stuff like long term. I did check out Crosscode. Uh, Something that maybe I liked it, but I would put it into the category of I want to check it out maybe when it goes on sale or something. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Gary didn't like it. No, it's not. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just it. When I first played it, it wasn't the right time. I wasn't ready to commit, so I decided not to pursue it. When it comes to streaming it now, again, I wanna if we're going in, we're going in properly. But also, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm scared shitless of the community. I swear to God, guys. If we do the Undertale LP, there's gonna be a large red button right here. I'm gonna leave it here so you guys can see it at all times. It's a button that says quit, and anytime like some lunatic comes in into this stream and starts backseating and telling me how crap I am because I'm not playing exactly the way that he wants me to play, or that I'm not interpreting the story in exactly the way that he who spent the last 15 years of his life devoting his entire life to Undertale thinks that everyone should play the game, is playing the game. I will pull out the button and I will press it and it'll be gone. uh, okay, but I may be overthinking this a little bit. I may be over exaggerating the whole thing. But that's basically my mindset going into it. But you know what? I do this with everything. I go into things expecting the worst, and then I end up getting pleasantly surprised. So I don't know if this is a good way of going about life, but it's been doing okay for me uh, until now. So maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised in that regard as well. uh, yeah, but we will definitely have to draw a line when it comes to people being obnoxious on stream. I mean, assuming that there's gonna be people tuning in and interacting. I mean, it's exciting jumping to a franchise. I guess you could call it a franchise, a series, a game series that has a big following, and people are high on watching someone go through it for the first time. Uh, I myself love whenever I see someone going through Elden Ring for the first time. It fills me with joy and glee. It's good to have that experience and to provide that experience as well. So We'll see. We'll see. I have give me this week to think things through, figure out if if this this month starting in May, this first couple of weeks of May are good to for that commitment. But do wanna experience. I feel like that's such a hole in my repertoire. Like that's that's a missing journal entry that I have to fill out, you know. So we'll see. And the fact that it's a little short, I mean, to be honest, that kind of plays in its favor because we've, we've been doing Hollow Knight, which was more than 100 hours if you count the Pantheons, and Silk Song as well was huge. So I would love the opportunity to do something that was super fun and super engaging, but wouldn't take like half a year to complete because as you can see, I don't have all the availability in the world to play it for hours and hours and hours. uh, oh yeah, and there's always the possibility of an alternate playthrough. Sure, sure, sure. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But that's first to consider somewhere down the line. I'm expecting to come back on Wednesday and probably do some more Elden Ring. I kind of feel like I'm back in, and maybe it would be good to get this challenge run done before moving to something else. Feel like it's been going for so long now. But yeah, most likely we're gonna have some more Elden Ring and chill on Wednesday. Okay. Hey, it's been good fun, guys. Take care. See you on Wednesday. Go share the song. Go share the Sharma song. Which people see if a whale catches wind of it and gives me like $1 million so that I can devote my entire life to making Hollow Knight remixes. Now that would be cool. Okay, bye. Take care, guys. See ya. Bye bye.